Had a couple people come check it out, and like within a couple days, the alarm was set off, and on the camera, you could see somebody outside the house looking through the windows. Somebody was trying to rob the house because it wasn't at my house; it was at someone else's house. I had their permission to bring someone over, but I told them. That was the same person on the camera. That was the person that was looking through the windows. No, it wasn't the ghetto, man. It was very, very. I mean, the house is super guarded. They had. I mean, it's a very nice neighborhood.
All right, I'm done.
That wasn't the first time I broke Oscar.
That's funny.
I dated a girl that was like Sicilian one time. She was pretty, but she could have passed for Chewbacca's sister.
Oh my. That's
My
good.
phone's gonna turn on now. Life is hard for Alex.
Bro, hold on. She said it,
bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look at Robin.
What is that?
That's Robin. That's because she said. Is that what you were trying to show me?
That's all.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Bad Boys of Reselling. Say thanks to Robin for giving us some good gut laughs, and we will catch y'all next week on Oscar's channel. Have a great weekend, guys. I love you.
I'm gonna have fun.
Just look at it. Would you just look at it?
Hey guys.
What's up, Robin?
Girl, that was good. That was good. Would you just look at it?
Would you just look at it? Man,
Just
I have
look
tried
at
to get so many people this week, and there are some duds out there. I won't name any names, but I have sent out some pretty funny pictures. Way funnier than what I sent you guys. They just giggle. It's nothing like Oscar.
The best part is that you catch me off guard, and when I get caught off guard, I end up laughing so hard till I lose my breath.
Well, I mean, you're so stoic and like, just serious, and all of a sudden you just lose it. It's hilarious. I live for it.
I don't know about serious. Right. I don't know, but focused, yeah.
Let's say some highs to some people's,
Let's do it.
Let's
I'm
do
gonna,
it.
I'm gonna put the YouTube on my phone because I can't chat in here. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I think because I try to put it over there and then it interferes, and I don't like looking way over there for it.
The USA, baby. Made in the USA. Sorry.
All right, there's my peoples. Yeah, I
My
wish StreamYard was more real time. It's just not like there's a lag on it. But anyway, we got Mr. James Aaron in the house. Hello, James. Thank you for being here, Aaron. We got Ronnie G. And yes, he did hear our phone conversation, by the way.
What's up, P?
Polkara. Oh, are they getting you already?
No, I just left a comment. You'll see it.
Okay. I got Miss Danny Mae.
Evil.
It's Donatella.
What's up, Donatella?
I won't do it.
Do it.
Do
it.
Do it. You're gonna.
Family size.
Inside joke.
Should be the only size.
What's up? We got Little Mama Stalker.
Little Mama Stalker, what's up, Liz?
Liz. I'm sorry, I can't be on your show, but I can be in your chat. Okay.
Oh, I gotta do stuff and
Okay,
stuff.
I got stuff to do. Hi, Betty. Hello. Brian. Hello. How's Haiti?
What's up, Brian? Brian.
Me and Brian were on our first. It was one of my first lives.
Isn't Brian going to Miami soon?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think Brian is supposed to be coming around to Miami.
Brian, pick me up on your way.
Christine, I have some bad news. So that beautiful gift you sent me is in need of repair already. I don't know what happened, but the little thingy already broke. So I'm going to get that fixed. I promise.
That's what she said.
Who else we got? My chat's jumping all over the place. Anyway, so what's up, guys?
Chilling
Like
a villain.
Yeah. So tonight I kind of wanted to get to know you guys better. I mean, I know I've watched your shows and I know I kind of feel like I know you guys a little bit. And Alex, especially you, I know you a little bit since that picture you sent me last night. So thank you for that.
You have no permission to share that photo.
I'm aware, and I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to.
Channel would get shut down.
That's all it is. I just don't want no one to get scared.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's okay to scare me. That it's okay. But
now you gotta say what it is.
So all week long, I've been getting questions about you because you're so quiet. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Not your reselling, not your photo editing and video editing. Tell me about you. Like, what's your day to day look like?
Tell the truth, man.
I'm gonna mute you.
My day to day. Well, I have a 9-to-5 job. I work full time. I'm a husband and a father. I've been with my wife for about 20 years. My daughter's 12 years old. We have a beautiful daughter together. I'm just a regular guy trying to support his family. Reselling is one of the ways that I'm trying to grow my business in reselling so that I can kind of separate myself from my 9-to-5 so I can have more time with my family. Just a regular Cuban guy who enjoys Cuban coffee, like fishing. I like shooting.
Long walks on the beach.
Long romantic walks on the beach, pillow talk, cuddling, and yeah, that's pretty much me.
Cuddly. He's a big old teddy bear.
Oh, awesome. I feel like I know a little bit more about you. That's good. So how long have you been in the reselling? I missed that.
Actually, it's gonna be a year when I started focusing on reselling. March 19th was the day that I opened up my Amazon account, and I've sold on eBay in the past, like years ago, like back in 2003. But that account I completely trashed it. I had eBay fees that I never paid, and so I opened up my second eBay account in 2014. But I really was just selling a couple of things here and there. But March 19th is the day that I really started focusing on reselling and trying to grow my business on reselling. And so far this year has been great. You know, I've grown. I've been so January, I closed January with about $1,700 in sales, and then I set goals for myself, right? Short, measurable goals, and now going into February, I've pretty much doubled that. So I've everything that I've learned, just continue to grow it.
Sorry, I'm getting a taste of my own medicine right now.
Oh, somebody did it to you, huh? How you like it? Yeah, Oscar, you actually started selling on Amazon after me,
March
right?
19th. Yeah, it's because of Alex, really. And I'm gonna say how it happened. Um,
That's awesome.
I
That's
can't be on your show, but I'm going to be on your show.
yeah, he's not here. He's not here tonight. He had some things he had to do, unfortunately, because of the show tonight. So he's not able to be here. I think he's just scared and he was nervous. He was afraid of the interrogation.
Yeah, I get it. I do. How long have you been on YouTube?
Who?
me,
Mhm.
I think it's gonna be what, like 6 months, maybe.
You
Yeah,
guys,
6 months.
I know
For a
not
long
every single one of you is subscribed to him. I'd be surprised. Well, there might pretty close, but because we have the same people that kind of travel around in packs to all these lives. But if you guys could please subscribe to Oscar, you're missing out if you are not subscribed to him yet. And if anybody deserves it more than him, or and he's just one of the greatest guys I've met on here. So
If I could say something, if I could say something about that, like, Oscar is just an incredible human being, inside and out. I mean, he is loving, caring, generous, thoughtful. Like, he's really super cool, dude. And besides that, he's just awesome to watch because he's authentic, he's genuine, he's real. He doesn't give you any fluff or anything like that. I mean, he has fun. He has fun. But definitely he's a great guy to watch. So definitely try subscribing to him. Let's get him a couple more subscribers tonight. That'd be really cool.
yeah. Plus, he really
That means a lot.
which I can respect. He pays a lot of close attention to his quality of his videos too, with the video quality and the audio quality and what you're seeing, which is huge to me. I mean, maybe some people don't care; they watch on their phones. But I have a 65-inch TV that I like to watch you guys on sometimes. How do you feel about that?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Oscars is like one of the best ones to watch because it's like so crystal clear, and yours too. Yours is very clear, and I love that quality.
Yeah.
Oscar looks better than me on TV.
I
Well,
try to.
YouTube is the next TV for me. I haven't watched TV since September of last year because of you guys. So I want it to be good quality. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Yeah, I try to do that because I like to watch, my videos in high quality. So, I mean, I feel like I'd be a hypocrite if I'm putting out videos in low quality when I like to watch them in high quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Alex. No fluff. Let's hear
What's
more.
up?
Let's hear something about you. A little personal stuff about you.
What you want to know? You want to know the
You got
nitty
a
gritty?
lady in your life, Alex?
Huh?
Do you have a lady in your life?
I got somebody. I talk to, on occasion, every Friday and Saturday, once in a while, Wednesdays. Yeah, I do. I have a friend. I have a friend that I've known for a long time, and she lives out here in Tennessee, and we talk.
I knew you weren't married.
We
Do you have
hold
any kids
hands.
that you know
That's
of?
what we do. Huh?
Do you have any kids that you know of?
Not that I know of, honestly. And I say that.
Yeah, me neither.
Honestly, not even joking. Like, every time someone asks me, I really wonder.
I mean, you never know.
Well, I was a bad boy. Like, back in the day, I was actually a bad boy.
Yeah.
So
I think you still kind of are, but that's. So when did you get into the hustle?
when did I get into the hustle?
Since birth, right?
Huh?
You've been in it since birth.
Well, I mean, I've always had that kind of mentality, right? Where I saw opportunities, and I would take advantage of the opportunity. Um, and so yeah, kind of like ever since I was a kid, I was flipping stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I was raised into it. Like my grandma, like I saw, I'm known for like trash to cash. I always find trash on the side of the road, and I see value there. Like I see, it's worth money to somebody. It's worth something. So ever since I was a kid, my grandma, she used to, drive around and she'll stop on a corner because there's a pile of trash, and she gets out and she picks up dressers or whatever it is. She'll see a shoe and she'll go through the trash to pull out the shoes. So she's like the original dumpster diver. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then she would stack up her house. Her house looked like a hoarder house my whole life. And everyone in the family used to always say, hey, get rid of that stuff. What are you doing? You're crazy. You're not going to do anything with it. But she would always say, this is for so-and-so, or so-and-so might need this, or one day I'm going to do a garage sale or yard sale. And she always did. And someone would always come across, she'll always come across somebody that needed a dresser or the fridge out of the 5 refrigerators she had in the backyard.
Oh man.
And she will hook people up. So I kind of grew up into it. Yeah.
That's awesome. And how long have you been doing the YouTubing?
YouTubing was a year. It's been a year now exactly. I released my first video 1 week less than a year. So
when would you say you really got involved into the like real editing, like the fancy editing?
As soon as I was told, hey man, you should do a video because you're gonna be on our live show and it would be cool for you to have some content because we can tell people to subscribe to you and that'd be cool. So I thought about it. I was like, I mean, I don't really care to, but let me do something. They're telling me to do it. Let me do it. And I had to figure out, how do I upload to YouTube? How do I make a video? So I used YouTube to figure that stuff out. And I found this guy called Nick Nimmin, and he showed me that I can use KineMaster. And to this day, I still use KineMaster to edit all my videos.
I started out, I think that was one of my first ones actually, and I just kind of downloaded a bunch of different ones, and I still use more than one for every single product that I put out. So
yeah, I just felt I fell in love with it. It's as soon as I found it and I saw the different features, and I'm like, I wonder what this does and what does this do, and I just fell in love with it and I got into it, and I love it. So that's why I edit my videos. If not, I'll just make a regular, simple video, but I enjoy the editing part.
How long have you two known each other?
5 years and change.
Wow. So you guys kind of got into this YouTube thing together, or was it independent?
Actually, Alex had started the whole YouTube thing first.
Yeah.
I think it was right around this time, around February.
I'm not sure.
Sorry, that was Alexa.
Hey, Siri calls the police on me, so I get it.
Alexa, off.
Stop it.
No, it was around this time of year. Alex had seen me driving down the expressway, and then he called me. He still had my number after we hadn't seen each other like for about like a month and a half, 2 months, or talked or anything like that. And then he tells me all of a sudden, it's like, hey, I'm YouTube, check out my videos. It's Fatman The Flipper. And I remember watching the video, and then he's working, he's roofing, and he's talking about reselling and everything. And that's how I kind of started getting, into the path of reselling, and then YouTube also. But for a long time, I was saying, it's like when I have 50 subscribers, then I'll put out a video. And then I got to 50, and I'm like, all right, so when I get to 100, then I'll put out a video. But then somewhere in between that, I put out, my first video. And
I kept harassing him a little bit towards the end, and
yeah,
he did it.
No, and Jordan too. Jordan too. Both of them would tell me, and it's like, yo, when are you gonna put out a video? And I'm like, yo, I'm not ready to put out a video. You know what I mean?
Scary.
And then I just did it, and then that's how I got into doing the whole YouTube now.
Awesome. I was just gonna ask. Oh,
but there's one thing I wanna show you guys, but I need to stand up to get it, and I'm not wearing any pants.
Wear pants.
I gotta block my camera really quick.
Are you kidding?
But you gotta zoom in on that. You gotta zoom in on that right there. You gotta put that right there on the full screen so people can see that. and we could talk about that later. Can you do it? No.
All
What
right. All right. Hold on. So
Yeah,
this is what I want to show you. I keep this on top of my desk. When I was like about, I don't know, I'd say like 6 years old, me and my sister thought it was a good idea to go in front of the house and then paint rocks to try to sell them. And that's what we did. This is a rock that me and my sister painted about 28 years ago. I'm 34 years old, so about 28 years ago, painted this rock. So this is my one of the very first things that I tried to ever resell. A painted rock. And I keep that as a keepsake. This is, something that, reminds me of my journey as a reseller.
and it's funny because we have an inside joke. They mess with me all the time, where like I find rocks on the side of the road and I sell them for a lot of money. So they're like, he just, I'm over here listing like crazy, and I'm selling 100 items, and this guy sells one thing and he makes more money than me. Like, oh, so you're just gonna list that rock you found on the side of the road?
Yeah. It's true. Me and Jordan, we're like neck to neck in sales, right? And then all of a sudden, Alex comes and he sells one thing, and he completely, he has the highest sales for that day.
Yep.
What is it? Rocks with like petroglyphs. And if you look on YouTube, I mean on eBay, you look up petroglyphs and you see what those rocks sell for. That's what Alex be selling.
So the first time they tell me that, I go and I make a copy that I put rocks, and I find a rock that sold for thousands and thousands of dollars, and it was a petroglyph. So I made a thing, and then I blurred out what it was, and I said rock found on side of road, and I shared that with them, and that was hilarious.
You should post rocks on eBay, see how much they can sell for. People are weird.
Surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
What, Alex, first, you have family close to you in Tennessee also?
Yes, I got my mom, my grandma, my stepfather. I currently live with them, and I have my sister, my brother-in-law, nieces, nephews, and a few other family members and friends.
What do they think about your YouTube life?
They love it. I mean, they encourage me. They motivate me to do it. That's one of the reasons why they, allowed me to come over here, because I wanted to follow my dreams. So I had an opportunity, and I shared them my goals and my plan, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm all for it. Come over here and do it." So that's what I've been doing.
That's awesome. So what, are you from Tennessee?
No, born and raised in Miami.
How'd they end up out here or out there, Tennessee?
I was about 16, and they came to visit. We came to visit, and my stepfather's brother was moving over here, so we came to visit them, and they fell in love with just the whole thing. It's nice, calm, peaceful. It's a completely different place than Miami.
Yeah.
So they, when I was gonna graduate high school, which I didn't, they were gonna move over here, and they gave me the ultimatum, like, do you want to move with us or do you want to stay? And I chose to stay in Miami. So
Gotcha. So you've been on your own since you were 16?
no, I can't say I've been on my own since I was 16, but I would say 17, 18, but yeah.
Awesome. What about you, Oscar? What's your immediate family like? I assume you have a wife and kids.
Yeah, my wife, I met her when I was 15 years old, high school. We've been together ever since. She was 16, I was 15. She was rocking the cradle. My daughter's 12, and my family. I'm an American born. I'm a Miami born Cuban. I come from a long line of crazy Cubans. That's why my name is El Cubanaso, because I do a lot of very Cuban things, like yeah, exactly. No. Yeah, free Cuba, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, my family came here from Havana. My mom met my father here, and after that it was, here I am.
On YouTube, on my show.
Yep. Talking about rocks.
I
Talking
feel
about
like I feel like I missed a bunch of questions. I'm sorry, guys. I'm horrible with this, and I always miss the chat.
I do too. I'm still not, a Donatella. I can't read the chat and interact with them as, and then interact. I can't, not yet. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the chat to questions if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah.
I think I was pretty easy on you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this little, where is it? Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Ronnie G is 2.5 hours west of me, so
Yeah.
she's in Tennessee also. One of these days I'm gonna set something up and we're gonna do like a little meetup or something. I don't like making promises. That's a promise I made myself this year, is to not make any promises to anybody. But
Right.
it's things that I'll write down and I'll plan them out eventually. And I think Buying Space, aka Myra, she had asked me if I had eaten any fast food yet. I have not eaten any fast food this whole entire month. As a matter of fact, I think I started last month. I've not eaten any fast food. I don't need to because the food here at my mom's is fire.
Lucky. I
Um,
hate it. I'm sick of it. All right, so I went ahead and I typed that red question mark with the word question. If you guys can copy and paste that before you ask your questions, that way I can pick them out better in the room.
Danny May wants to know what's on my head. This is a vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles handkerchief that I got in an auction from Storage Legends. They gave me 2 of them, and I love the Ninja Turtles. In case you don't know, so I wear stuff like this on my head, and I'm different, so I do weird things.
Don't be shy, guys. Ask away. They told me they would answer anything that you had to ask tonight.
The elephant. How much is it worth? Danny May wants to know. What elephant?
Favorite thing to sell, your best you. And my favorite thing to sell, I have to say vintage toys, electronics, computers, computer components. Those are my favorite things to sell.
Mine are also vintage toys and games, and also anything that has a nice price tag that I can get for cheap with a high demand, like drum machines or amplifiers, electronics, rocks, petrified and hieroglyphic rocks. Havana, Unana.
Brian wants to know who's the baddest of them all.
Man, that's not even a question.
Yeah.
I feel. How about this? Do y'all want? Do we tell them how we got named the Bad Boys of Reselling?
That's all on you.
I don't know if they're ready for that one. If you guys want to know, type 1 in the chat, and I'll give you a simple breakdown as to why we're the Bad Boys of Reselling. All right, question: who's the baddest of them all? We're all equally bad in different ways. Bad meaning good, I think.
Yes.
Donna,
You have to copy and paste that red question mark if you can't find it on your phone.
John Johnson wants to know, how does it feel to be so damn sexy? I'll tell you, man, it feels great. I wake up in the morning and I kiss myself.
We seem to have lost Alex's feed. I'm not sure what happened there.
Am I gone? Am I back? No, I'm here. All right, so you want to know why we're called? Everybody, for the most part, everybody's typing 1 in the chat. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Ready? Here we go. So the reality of the situation is, when we started the Bad Boys of Reselling, it was called Resellers Unite. Me and Jordan got together, we had fun, and we were just doing it just to talk about the things that we already were talking about originally, which was we would call each other and talk for hours about what we're going through as resellers. So I had the thought, and he had the thought at the same time, of doing a live, of going live. But he actually tells me one day, dude, let's go live. And so we did it, and we jumped on there and we started talking. We have fun and all that stuff. Well, there came a point in our live show every Saturday night that we've been doing for almost a year now, where YouTube, there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, and a lot of times people aren't so genuine and authentic and caring and loving and thoughtful and generous, right? And we just wanted to build a community where we were bringing people together. And people get jealous, people start throwing shade, as it said, right? So it so happened that the show started changing, and as it changed, we changed the name to the Bad Boys of Reselling because there were so many people that were bigger than us that were trying to bring us down. And they were talking behind our backs, thinking that we weren't going to hear about it. But of course, you tell somebody something.
Well, the
and
same people travel around all the lives, so
eventually they're going to talk about it. So there's been so many people that have tried to take us out, have tried to take the spot away from us, and they've taken ideas from us and everything. But it was a few specific people, and it just came to me one day. I'm like, man, everybody thinks we're bad. All right, we're the Bad Boys of Reselling then. They want us to be bad, we'll be bad. Because the reality of the situation is we're authentic, we're true, we're honest, we're just real, we're ourselves, and we're just having fun, and at the same time trying to help other people. So, we've never crossed anybody, we've never done anybody any dirt. But a lot has been thrown to us, and it goes to show, if you stay true, if you stay honest, if you stay focused, and you block out that negativity, that you're just going to continue to go, and eventually those other people that are doing those things are going to fade away. No matter how long, it might take a year, it might take 2 years, it might take 5 years. But if a person is being negative that way, eventually all that negativity is going to come back to you. Absolutely. I believe 100% in karma. I believe 100% in you reap what you sow. And no matter what, I always try myself, and this is me speaking for myself, is to try to put good out. When I feel negative, when I have negative thoughts, I try to realize them first, and then I come out to Oscar or Jordan or somebody that I trust, so I can let that negativity out, and then they can give me their perspective of the real truth, so that I can see it outside of my own eyes, so I can understand it for what it really is versus what I think it is, because I'm letting the negativity bother me. So that way I can then be positive. Yeah. You understand? So that's why we're the Bad Boys of Reselling, because the truth is we're the opposite. We're good people. And if you've been following us, you already know that,
Yeah, I'm very picky. So yeah, I mean, you definitely have to have somebody in your life that loves you unconditionally when you're doing something like this, that you can use as a soundboard. Because I'm not saying we're famous or anything, but there's a lot of attention, and you have to stay grounded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and when you have ideas, you have to know that you're not putting out a product that makes you seem, cocky or weird or whatever, because you want, for the most part, people to like what you're putting out. But yeah, it's definitely something that's, I think, mandatory to stay level, is to have somebody in your life that you can bounce all these ideas off of. And when you have a rant that, you feel like somebody hurt your feelings or said something about you, like, am I justified in feeling that way? Or tell me, your perspective or whatever. But, and I definitely have a few of those people that I've actually met here on YouTube that I can call or hit up at the last moment when I'm nervous, or, you guys know who you are. And I couldn't trade it for the world. And I've met some people in real life that couldn't care less that I'm doing this and aren't those people for me. So I'm very fortunate that I've met some of them here. What, Donna? Donna, are you in the chat?
They asked somebody, well, a couple people have asked what happened to George, and I'll be honest with you. The last time we had a show with him, or the last time he was on the show, ever since that show, the next week he just couldn't make it. Then the next week he just couldn't make it. and then we just never heard from him again. I personally have not heard from him again.
Yeah.
I like George George. I think George George is one of the most coolest people, funniest, also just a good dude, you know.
Yeah,
And
he's got an amazing personality, that's for sure.
He
yeah,
does.
there's definitely no beef between us and George George whatsoever. We just haven't heard from him. You know, we haven't.
Yeah,
Heard from
it's
him.
not. I try to not take it personally either because he and I had, I wouldn't say friends, but we were definitely friendly, and I really care about his and his sister's welfare. And you know, in order to turn this off, unfortunately, they have to turn some of the people I met along the way off as well. And I get that. It it kind of sucks for the people that care about them that they're not hearing from them, but they got to do what's best for them. So
Yeah, life happens, and you got to take care of you. I mean, YouTube is something that we do basically freely right now. You know,
Yeah.
to do it, it's fun and all that good stuff. But it's definitely when it comes to prioritizing, everybody's got their own priorities, and you got to know what your priorities are, and you got to put them in the right place, and that's how you get a more balance in life. You know.
Susan's asking, wasn't there more of you bad boys?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Jordan, he's not here tonight, but then
He's
we had
sleeping.
Josh. We had Josh and Bourbon Beer, but that just like how we were talking about it, life happens. You know, he has a huge family. You know, he's full time reselling. Like he doesn't make money. He doesn't work a regular job, and it's difficult for him to. And he had real clear goals. You know, he had real clear goals, and he prioritized what's more important. How can he value? How can he take advantage of his time the best? So he's just not able to come on the show every week. He's still technically he's still a bad boy, right?
Mhm.
It's just he's not on every week, but he's more than welcome anytime to come on. And as a matter of fact, I spoke to him. I think it was a week or two ago, and I was telling him that one of these days we need to try to get him back on and Manny and all that stuff. I mean, we had Manny the other night,
Manny
no?
was on, yeah, Manny was on last weekend on my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were there any other questions that I missed?
Yeah, there was a question here. When am I gonna get another storage unit? The thing is that the storage units around here in Miami, like online, have been really, really bad, and they've been going for crazy amounts of money. I didn't see value in a lot of them, and then one or two that I did see a lot of value, they paid. They completely disappeared. So it's I'm probably gonna have to go and go to a live auction soon. But definitely there's gonna be a storage unit coming in the near future.
And I still have not bought a storage unit, but every time I see people like Mike put up a storage unit and shows like and him and Oscar are always talking, and he helps out Oscar to like scope out units and stuff. And when I see that stuff, every time it's like I want to buy one so bad because I feel that I have the ability of value, like seeing value in something, And so I feel, and I could be wrong, right? Is that I would my gamble, my risk that I would take would yield good rewards. Like if I were to bet on a storage unit, I'll spend no less than $1,000. I'll get a big unit, and I'll bid on something that I know got money in it. That's why I haven't done it yet.
I missed a question. Apparently, Treasure Hustlers.
Ooh, the dumpster diving duo, the dynamic dumpster diving duo.
I thought it was Jackie because of all the question marks. She gets kind of hyper sometimes in the chat, but I guess it's Sarah, and she's forgotten her question.
Hold on, I just saw Susan's message, but I'm trying to find Jackie.
Girl wants to know if you'd ever go to the UK.
Who was it? Polgaro?
Yeah,
I would love to.
that'd be fun, huh?
Yeah.
I can't afford such things.
Why didn't you answer my question? Because I can't find it.
Wow, somebody just asked me it's been the biggest mistake that you had to learn the hard way.
Oh, it's Sarah. Hey, Sarah. How much for the one with the beard?
Wow. I've made so many. That's such a hard question because I've made a few life-changing shoulda, coulda, woulda. From a financial point of view, I would say leaving California when I did, I sold my house back in God, what year was it? Like 97, between 97 and 98. It was right before the big boom with real estate out there. And I sold my house, which I thought was great because I made like 60 grand on it. I sold it for like 180,000 there in Orange County. And then literally within 6 months, the house was worth $1.5 million. So that's a little regretful. Yeah. Yeah. I'd probably say financially, that was the hardest one.
Dude, you're gonna be all right.
No,
I like to think of it. This is how my mentality works. Something like that happen is because something better is coming.
I guess, but I mean, it's been a while. I'm ready. I'm ready for that something better. I mean, financially, that was probably the hardest thing. I lost some money during 9/11 as well with mutual funds and things like that. But yeah, that one sucked. Plus, I miss California like crazy. I mean, I wouldn't mind going back, but it's so expensive now and weird fires all the time. We always had fire season, but not quite like they've been having. So, I'm sorry, Susan. What was your her question had something to do with like how you guys feel about people feeling like they know you just because they watch your shows.
Oscar, you want to answer that or?
I don't mind that. Honestly, I love the engagement. I mean, the reasons why I do YouTube videos is because I love the feedback. I love the comments in all of the videos. Like the last video I put out, everybody loved my cats. Yeah, I love my cats. You know, that engagement with viewers and subscribers for me is the most important part of me doing YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for the interaction.
Exactly. And this right here, you, me, Robin, you, me, and Alex, and the lives and all of that stuff, like this interaction, and then with all the subscribers and all the viewers in the chat, that's the point.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I feel like it's AOL on steroids. I really do. I was huge on AOL. Like I always had, my own chats, and people would come in regularly, and we'd get to know each other. And we'd have these parties where we'd travel all over the United States, and whoever was going to host it, we'd all fly there and have these huge 200 and 300 people parties, just getting to know each other. And we know each other in chat, but we'd never met in person, and it was just bizarre meeting all these people for the first time. But I kind of feel like this is the same thing, but a little different because there's video and stuff like that, but it's still kind of the same family type,
Yeah, it's evolved into this.
Evolved, yeah. It's very
well,
cool.
yeah. Like the other day, I ran into Sue from She Sells by Sue, and that was amazing. That was just awesome to me because that's what I love about this community. I mean, you build relationships like that, get to know people with the same common interests, the same common bonds.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But me personally, like when somebody's all like super happy and excited and just friendly, overly friendly like that, I'm the same way, dude. So I totally understand it, and I accept it. I accept that and the opposite. I accept it all.
Yeah.
I don't get weirded out or nothing like that.
Well, I mean, it used to be where, for my personal social game or whatever, it was always having to go to a bar or a club, and I'm not really a drinker, like at least not like I was, and I haven't even had a drink for a couple of years now. But it's only because I'm a social drinker. If I'm not being social, then I'm not drinking, and I don't drink at home, so it's like I just don't even think about it. But in order for me to go out and have fun, I would have to go to a bar, and that's just not what I want to do every night, So this has been very beneficial too. Even though I don't physically have people in front of me or whatever, I kind of feel like I, still have some place to hang out. So, and if it wasn't for the chats, to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't be sitting here right now because it was my interaction with Grimes and Jeremy and George and all them, just getting to know them through their chats that inspired me to do it too. So.
And look, the junking data girl says that she met her husband on AOL.
Yeah, I was in an 8-year relationship from moved across country. Yes, I did.
You remember when it was chat rooms?
Yeah. Yeah, there were public chat rooms, and then you can make your own. And I had my own, like that people would go to. Like it was private, but the public could get to it.
Yeah.
So you remember how long it used to take to get online?
Yeah, with the dial-up. Yeah.
I had net zero, but I never paid for it because I kept getting one of those free discs in the mail every month.
I started AOL like literally probably a month or two after it finally went like $9.99 a month with Bring Your Own Access. But before that, I had friends like in the chat that were saying they were spending $500 and $600 a month just on AOL.
Wow.
Crazy. Like, oh my God.
And look where we're at now, and it hasn't even been that long.
No,
And that's why I always talk about, like, at least I see it this way. Like, and you mentioned it earlier. What I miss?
ASL. That's what you would type in the room. Age, sex, and location. That's so funny.
But you have mentioned it earlier how YouTube is your new TV, right? Like you don't watch TV anymore, you watch more YouTube. And I was telling the guys, I probably mentioned this before, but I really feel that soon TVs like on your wall or in your house is gonna be non-existent. I really feel that within 10 years, TV is gonna be something that simply people that cannot afford the new thing have. So it's I think it's gonna be some craziness. Like you're not even gonna have a phone. Like your phone's gonna ring and only you can hear the ring, and then you just like do like a motion and you swipe up and there's a screen in front of you that only you can see.
Virtual, yeah.
And you're FaceTiming as you're walking through New York.
So I have this really cool idea too, like for the future or whatever. Like you're driving to work and every billboard is like going on Facebook and seeing ads that you've clicked on before and they know you have, but like they're all like specifically to you, like, because you're wearing glasses that are you or lenses or whatever, and every billboard you see is geared towards you.
Yeah.
Now
direct marketing. Yeah.
Yeah. And now the reason that is it's likely that I feel is going to happen, but what's stopping it is people and their privacy. Because to do that kind of thing, you would have to connect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how when you open up a Facebook account or whatever, you put your privacy settings or whatever? It's the same thing, except they put a chip in your brain or something. And believe me, it's already in the works. They already have that stuff. They already got that stuff. The face recognition, look at I think it's in China or somewhere over there. On the east side of the world, they have this thing where it follows you around.
Yeah.
And it's like there's an old lady, I forgot, I saw it on YouTube, of course, but there's like a lady that she didn't open the door or hold the door for somebody and she got a bad score. It's like a credit score for your life.
There's a show.
Black Mirrors.
Yes, that's it. Oh, I love that show.
Seen the whole series.
But yeah, they would have these like name tags or something. They would have their score on it. And if you had a bad encounter with somebody, they would ding you. And if you had a good encounter, you'd get more points or whatever.
Yeah. And then they'll like pull up the phone and
below a certain level, you get removed from society, right? Like if you're too low on your score, you would be removed from society.
Yeah.
Yeah. I deserve that.
They'd swipe you up and they'd swipe you down depending on how it went.
Good episode. Real good.
Duke Nukem. Yeah, that was one of those games that I used to play. And yeah, it's still worth some money too. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
They have facial recognition in Jacksonville, Florida. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. Don't let them get you, fat man. I won't. Shoot, they're gonna need a lot of people to get me.
Good big point.
I used to be a bouncer. Here, look, we'll talk about some random stuff. I used to be a bouncer, and every other week there'd be a fight. Every other week. But the problem is that my friends would come too. So I was a bouncer, so obviously all my friends, would come to the club. I get them in free and all that stuff. And every time there was a fight, I would always tell them, yo, don't jump in. But my friends, they would always jump in, and I feel bad for the dude. Like, the dude's trying to fight me, and all I'm trying to do is stop him from hitting me and get him outside the club.
Right.
But before I could even, like, grab him to take him out, my buddies are jumping on him, beating him up. I'm like, yo, stop. You're going to get me to lose my job.
Yeah.
I used to hang out with some tough people. Let me tell you, I was a sweetheart, but they were tough.
Yeah. Hey, Courtney. Oh, I won't say it. It's going through my head still. She knows. She gets
Yo,
it.
can I plug the show real quick for
Yeah,
people watching? If I want to ask the chat, if you're here for the first time because you saw it on Instagram or Facebook or something, type one in the chat. Even if you're, I know you probably haven't typed anything, but just type one in the chat if you did that. But either way, Bad Boys of Reselling is on my channel tonight. It's at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 6 p.m. Pacific for you Pacificers. And we're gonna have this guy. His name is the Money Badger. His name is William Shirley, and he started selling on Amazon more or less the same time I did, but he stuck to the books. And this man is oh man, he makes really good money on books, like really good money. And he knows his stuff, so he's gonna be on the show. And yes, he has a beard. So you guys, if you wanna learn some stuff about Amazon and at the same time get to know another reseller a little bit beyond reselling and have some fun with the bad boys, check it out later on.
awesome. You got anything, Oscar?
Me, I got a video coming out. Did a unboxing video this past week on Monday. I got another one coming out on Monday. But yeah, it's this video, there's a lot of good resellables. I think that one of the things that I like watching the most when I'm watching YouTube is the unboxing videos. That's why storage units attracted me so much, because it's that not knowing what it is that you're gonna find. It's like the thrill of the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And it also kind of reminds you of your childhood, like opening gifts on Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's this one right here. I had no idea what was inside the box. This was a box that was sent to me by a storage auction pirate Mike, and opening it up, and there was amazing stuff in there. That's gonna be coming out on Monday.
Awesome. Let me plug myself while I'm here. So
Sure.
I started every Friday. I'm doing something called Friday Funnies. Last Friday I did. I put one out for Donatella. It's actually pretty fun. They're going to be real short, so if you have a few minutes, just check them out. They're good to start your day. I made sure I put it out nice and early in the morning, so it was the first thing she could watch, because she was pretty stressed about that day ahead of her, and I figured she could use a laugh going into it. So, so other channels, be aware, you may be that funny person. So, but it's all in fun, and it helps plug your station as well, because I want to do what I can. I'm not a huge station or channel or whatever, but anybody that I have that's not maybe attached to yours, I can send over to you too, so we can just keep sharing the love and growing and growing. So
that's what it's about.
Absolutely. Besides that, I just random stuff. That's all I do is random stuff.
I love your editing.
And editing.
I want to mention something too. I just remembered. So I've never done a what sold video, like an official what sold video, but for the past few weeks, I've been really working hard on eBay to build it, and it's been doing pretty well. And I want to make a what sold video, so definitely check out my channel for that, because it's gonna be a pretty cool what sold video. Because I'm just cool like that. I'm just cool like that.
Oh, you are.
No, I really got some cool stuff that it's like bolos, right? I guess that's why people watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Really good bolos, big money stuff, simple things, and I'll be just having fun with it too. So definitely check it out, guys.
Awesome. Well, I don't have much else unless you guys have any questions for me in the chat before I shut it down. I'd like to keep at least these Saturday shows down to an hour. That way everybody has a chance to put stuff up on Saturdays. I don't like stepping on toes if I can avoid it. So it's not TV. We don't get a TV guide. We don't get to pick and choose. We just have to try to be respectful of each other. But that being said, unless anybody has anything else, I am.
This ain't CBS.
This ain't CBS. But I do want to thank you guys for coming on. I kind of, even though I mentioned it last week and I kind of put it in your head a little bit, I really didn't get to you about it till yesterday. So I appreciate the short notice. And Jordan, if you're out there.
Jordan asked.
Jordan's gonna have a special premiere, and then all three of us are gonna be on and asking him questions.
Yeah, there you go.
He wants to know when I dyed my hair.
No, actually, seriously, Robin. Thank you for having us on. I love watching your channel, and I love watching all of your work, because I've noticed from not just from seeing you in the chat, but from the videos that you put out, that your sole focus and purpose on YouTube is to bring a smile to people's faces and make them laugh as you did on my lives.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that is a beautiful thing, and I appreciate you a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't make me cry.
And I want to say
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot too, Robin. Ever since I first saw your name, because she said pop up in the chat, I knew that you were special, and
Aw.
I said I gotta check this person out. Let me get to know them, and I'm happy that you jumped. That you got us on here. I'm a supporter of Robin. I'm a supporter of you.
Thank
You're
you.
just and you're creative. You're doing awesome with the editing thing, and you enjoy it too. So.
Oh, I love it.
That's what I like about it. We have that same vibe, and we got to work on something together.
Absolutely. Can you imagine?
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Kyle,
Mucho loco,
sit down.
mucho loco en el coco.
All right, guys. I love you. Thanks for coming on. And everybody in the chat, thank you for coming. I'm gonna have a little contest. So at the end of the show, and I am stealing this idea. What?
Okay, one more thing. So everybody in the chat, before you leave, don't leave yet. Okay, I'm gonna teach you a Spanish word, and I want you to type that word in the chat to agree that you understand the word. Okay, the word is wheelchair. So the meaning of that Spanish word, I'll use it in a sentence. We love this show, so we're going to wheelchair. Okay, that's how we love this show. So wheelchair. So write wheelchair in the chat to let us know that you're gonna share this show after you before you leave. Thank you. That's a Spanish
All right.
word.
So when I click in broadcast, the chat goes for a little bit longer than that. So the last person to type in the word wheelchair is going to win a special prize. Now, when I ship it to you, another story. I'm really bad at shipping, but you will get a special prize, even if I have to pay you. I don't know, because I'm horrible at shipping. That's why I'm not a reseller. But anyway, that being said, last person who hit or type in wheelchair, you are going to win a special prize. It may even be like a free editing thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do for you. Anyway, deuces. Good night, y'all. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on the replay,
Where do you live?
where do you live?
Where do you live?
Where do we live?
Where do I live?
Where do I live?
What are you having for dinner?
Where do we live?
Where do you live?
Can I come over?